Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, in this video, I will explain about the phases of the moon and the gravitational of the moon. But before that, I will explain the definition of the moon. The moon is an astronomical body that orbits planet Earth and is Earth's only permanent natural satellite. There are facts of the moon. 1. American Eugene Cernan was the last person to set foot on the moon in December 1972. Eugene Cernan was an American astronaut, naval aviator, electrical engineer, aeronautical engineer, and fighter pilot. During the Apollo 17 mission, Cernan became the 11th person to walk on the moon. 2. The sun is 400,000 times brighter than the moon in the sky. 3. The moon is moving away from Earth at a speed of about 1 inch per year. Due to its force of gravitation, the moon pulls certain parts of the Earth closer to it more strongly, creating the tidal bulk in the ocean of our planet. Since the Earth rotates much faster than the moon, this bulge occurs slightly ahead of the latter, which, due to a number of physical phenomena, pushes the moon into a higher orbit around Earth. 4. The moon orbits the Earth in a west to east direction every 27 days. The moon orbits Earth in the prograde direction and completes one revolution relative to the star in 27 days and one revolution relative to the sun in about 29 days. Phases of the moon. 1. A new moon. A new moon is when the moon cannot be seen because we are looking at the unlit half of the moon. The new moon phase occurs when the moon is directly between the Earth and Sun. A solar eclipse can only happen at new moon. 2. A waxing crescent moon. A waxing crescent moon is when the moon looks like crescent and the crescent increases in size from one day to the next day. This phase is usually only seen in the west. 3. The first quarter moon. The first quarter moon is when half of the lit portion of the moon is visible after the waxing crescent phase. It comes a week after new moon. 4. A waxing gibbous moon. A waxing gibbous moon occurs when more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen and the shape increases in size from one day to the next day. The waxing gibbous phase occurs between the first quarter and full moon phases. 5. A full moon. A full moon is when we can see the entire lit portion of the moon. The full moon phase occurs when the moon is on the opposite side of the Earth from the Sun, called opposition. A lunar eclipse can only happen at full moon. 6. A waning gibbous. A waning gibbous moon occurs when more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen and the shape decreases in size from one day to the next day. The waning gibbous phase occurs between the full moon and third quarter phase. 7. The last quarter moon. The last quarter moon is when half of the lit portion of the moon is visible after the waning gibbous phase. And the last, 8. A waning crescent moon. A waning crescent moon is when the moon looks like the crescent and the crescent decreases in size from one day to the next day. The gravitational field of the moon has been measured by tracking the radio signals emitted by orbiting spacecraft. The principle used depends on the Doppler effect, whereby the line of sight spacecraft acceleration can be measured by small shifts in frequency of the radio signal, and the measurement of the distance from the spacecraft to a station on Earth. Since the gravitational field of the moon affects the orbit of a spacecraft, one can use this tracking data to detect gravity anomalies. However, because of the moon's synchronous rotation, it is not possible to track spacecraft from the Earth's mass beyond the limbs of the moon. So, until the recent gravity recovery and interlaboratory mission, the far-side gravity field was not accurately known. Do you know what causes tides? 1. Tides are caused by the interaction of Earth, the Moon, and the Sun. 2. Gravity is the reason of tides. 3. Gravity is the force exerted by an object that pulls other objects toward it. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.